Darn it. One second, guys. That did not work the way it was supposed to. There we go. You busted me. Good morning, everyone. Excuse me. Let me know if you can see my screen and hear me okay. You kind of busted me there. I gotta still figure out some things with this whole Ecamm Live thing. But you weren't supposed to catch me behind the scenes. So just pop a note. Let me know that you can see my desktop and hear me okay. And then I can kind of get you briefed on what's going on. It's been a little while. So hello everyone. Hi Rhonda and Diane and Sally. Can you guys, yeah, just let me know in the comments. I know it takes a minute for everything to kind of catch up. So waiting to see and hear me fine. Great. Thank you, Diane. I appreciate that. Now let me know if I need to turn volume up or anything like that. So good morning. Hi, Stacy and Susan. All is good. Okay. Welcome everyone. So yes, you are seeing my desktop today because, well, if you were here right away waiting, you busted me behind the scenes. I didn't set everything up right again, so it switches to the wrong camera. But oh, you guys, it's been a little crazy in here. So, oh, thank you. Yeah, no jewelry today either because my hands are cold, so my rings just fly all over. But yeah, I'm not doing front facing today. I don't have my camera set up for front facing, and it's kind of a real mess behind me. It's a real mess behind me. Some of you know I had moved into my bedroom and I'm moving back out into the kitchen. Bedroom was a great setup and all, but spring break taught me it is just not feasible right now for me to be in the bedroom. I'll explain more about that later on. Today, I really wanted to, this is something that's been a long time coming. So I'm going to be doing some hot foiling. I'm just going to do a little bit of hot foiling. I'm not doing a card tutorial or anything, but if you do have questions about hot foiling with the Glimmer system from Spellbinders, please drop comments down below. I am happy to answer them for you. Today, I have the Crafty Meraki release. So this release was back in February, right around Valentine's Day. And I remember that because I had just moved into the bedroom. I was still settling in. And then half of the household got sick, so they were home. And then it was just trying to catch up on stuff. So this is a long time coming. I really wanted to go live with this release because I thought there were a lot of really great products in this release. So long time coming. And I don't have all of it. I have a good chunk of it. I have an example here for you on some of the things. So I will walk through what I have, share my examples, and then we're going to jump into some hot foiling. So I think that's a great time to ask questions. Yeah. Oh no, Vicky, I know. It's been a wild ride. Let me tell you. Yes, the bedroom was great for my own kind of little space, but it's really coming down to, I think my son just likes seeing people, honestly. You know, I tried to work in small increments in my bedroom when he was home, but I really think he just likes having that extra body in the same area as him. Even though he's in the living room, it's directly across from me. So it just didn't work. Spring break taught me that. So I'm slowly transitioning back into the kitchen, but I have some different ideas of how I want my setup to be. I have another piece of IKEA furniture coming, so just some changes going on. It's just kind of a quick setup that I have in here right now. Enough to film videos and create and do a live, except for my front-facing camera. So in the meantime, while I'm set up here, we will walk through some of these products. Excuse me. Now, I do have a link, so I have a special for you guys. I do have a link down below in the video description. It is an affiliate link to the Crafty Meraki website, but I have something special for you guys. So if you shop this release, sorry, I can't remember what the release is called, but if you shop any of these products, I have a special discount code for you guys. So they have generously offered 15% off with the code Live with Mindy. I should have probably typed this up and put it on my screen. I did not. I didn't think about that. But and my awful handwriting. But if you use Live with Mindy in the discount section, you are going to get 15% off. And there are some amazing things in this release. So I'm going to keep this kind of tucked up in the corner here. I know that's not very professional looking, but you know, we do what we got to do. So no one ever called me a professional. Thank you, Emily. Oh, you poor thing. Okay, so I'm going to jump right in and show you guys what I have here. So if you have some hot foiling questions, be sure to save them, write them down, and then let me know as we get to the hot foiling. So I'm going to just jump right in here. Now, they have quite a few hot foil plates. And I'll tell you, I have missed hot foiling. I do it on occasion here and there. I try to do a bunch of hot foiling at once when I dig out my machine. So I was playing last night with some of these. But these are some gorgeous word dies, and they are so versatile. So we have hay, you have your hot foil plate, and then you have a die to cut it out. Now, I did go ahead and foil some of these last night as I was prepping for today, and I will do one of these foiling today for you too. Hi, Sherry. So that is hay. This is on a matte gold, and I have a little bit of oopsie there, not a big deal to me, but this is the matte gold glimmer foil, and you can see it's got a beautiful, just perfect white border that goes around it. I love this, and it's such a general type of font. It also is a great script. I love kind of that blocky style with a little swoop at the end. Hi, Amy. So that is hay. That is using the hot foil plate and the die to cut it out. Then we have High, which is also, all these are similar fonts and styles. And this is the hot foil plate and coordinating die. Another really great one to put on your card fronts. I have a little schmutz here. I used, for my foiling on these, I used the Spellbinders, oh gosh, what's it called? Specialty Glimmer cardstock. It's kind of, I don't want to say plastic, but it's very similar to Yupo paper. So when you die cut it out, you might get a little bit of that kind of hairs and schmutz on the ends, but I just take my nail and I wipe it off. It comes clean. So that is High. Beautiful. I love these. This is so pretty. Pink RD1. Hello. Then we have Hugs. Another fantastic one. I love sending cards that say Hugs on it. Again, it is the hot foil plate and the die. So you can see we have that beautiful white border. Of course, you can do these on any cardstocks you have in your collection. I would just say experiment with it when it comes to the hot foiling. So again, this is a matte gold. Did I say cardstock? I don't know, I might have. Matte gold foil. And then we have Hello. So these are such great, versatile greetings. I love them. And again, Hello is another great one I love to add to cards. Another little bit I didn't clean up my sides. So Hello. And I will show you how these compare to an A2 size too. So that is the Hello. I'll come back to those. But now I didn't die cut these out, but they also have these in just regular dies. So maybe you're not into hot foiling. that's totally okay. They come out with dies. And they do give you the example on the back. So for each of these, there's 3 of them in this set. So you have your main high. Then you have, I think this is like one outline and then or a shadow and then another shadow. So you have 2 shadows on here, which you don't have to use them if you don't want. And I do have an example. Yes, I have an example I can show you of one of these. So there's high, there's hey, there is the hello. And I love that they give you the examples on the back. Hi, Susan and Sue, your first time catching me live. That's awesome. Thank you for joining us. And then hugs. So if you're not into foiling, this is a great option for you. And you still get these beautiful styles, the beautiful fonts. I love that they have options out there for people that just aren't ready to dive into foiling. So I love that. So those are the dies. And then we have these gorgeous dies to create floral images. So this is a peony. I have an example. I could not resist the peony. Now you're going to notice, so these are just 2 dies that you're getting in this set. These will cut out all of your pieces for the flower and all of your pieces for the stems. And then of course they give you some amazing examples on the back. I mean, wow, you guys, look at that. It is so gorgeous. I just love this. I need to create with it again. Not today, but I do need to create with that again because it's just beautiful. So that is your peony. Then they have a rose. I have not crafted with this one yet, but I do want to. So this one again, now this one's got 4. So you have your main pieces for your flowers and then one here for your greenery. And look at that. I mean, come on. It's so good. Sorry, guys. It's still really early for me, so my throat is not quite warmed up. So here you can see you're getting a small rosebud. Here you have one that hasn't quite bloomed. You're getting your greenery and then your main die piece that you can use separately or all together. Another real gorgeous one. And now this next one, this I did see is currently sold out, unfortunately, but it is another good one. If you are loving this, you can put this on your wish list to come back and look at. But this creates a gorgeous floral wreath with all of these different designs of flowers. And just think of the possibilities with this. Not only would you create a wreath, but you have all these individual flowers to maybe create a background. So those are the 3 big die sets. Now, if you are just joining and you see this kind of crazy sticky note sitting here, Crafty Meraki has generously offered, and I should say today only, there is no sitting on the fence, it's today only, shopping any of these products. If you use the code live with Mindy, you get 15% off. There are also stamp sets. I did notice there are stamp sets on the website that go with these greetings. So if you wanted to pick up a stamp set to have additional sentiments underneath, they have those available as well. So I just need to point that out. But this is today only. Now I do want to, I'm going to come back to your question there, Sherry, in just a moment. So this is a card I did back for their Instagram hop. And this is using the peony. So I think I just did like that, let's see, side one. I didn't do the full bloom, but I did this side one here. So I have some colors. I think this was Concord and 9th colors, I believe is what I used. And here I did the die cut. So when I did the die cut, let me pull it out. What did I use? Hugs? Oh, that's the hot foil plate. I want the die cut. 1 second here. Okay. So I did hugs, the main word, out of a gold foil cardstock. And then I did a shadow layer out of vellum, but I only used 1 shadow layer. I did not use the main one. You could do 3. I just did 2. So I love this because you're getting options, or you don't need to do it at all. You don't need to use any of the shadows, but I absolutely love this. And this background, it might look kind of weird on this side, but the reason for it is because I used a rubber brayer to create a background. So I got a little bit of kind of lines and different transition of color on it. But that is the peony. Isn't that just gorgeous? Yes, definitely take advantage of that discount. I have a link down below in the video description that it is my affiliate link, so I do get a percentage off of that, anything you purchase. Crafty Meraki has generously offered that 15% off discount with Live with Mindy is the discount code. It's a great time to pick up, whether it's the peony or the rose is gorgeous as well. And we will do a little bit of hot foiling. So let me go back here. I'm going to look at some of the questions real quick before I do that. Sherry asks, if you can only have one system, would you do the Glimmer or the Better Press system? Oh, Sherry. Oh, gosh. That is a tough question. It is a really, really tough question. And yes, Vicky says you can, good point, Vicky. You can foil Better Press plates, but not Better Press. I'll explain that in a second once I get to foiling. You know, Sherry, that's such a tough one. I don't know if I have a good answer for you, to be honest. They both give different results as far as the look you're going for. Obviously, you know, you can foil or you can impress your design with your inks. You know, I guess with the Better Press, you could, well, hey, Beth, nice to see you. And Dawn, great to see you guys. If you were to use the Better Press system, so you'd have to buy plates. That would be your extra expense. And then you could use the inks you have in your collection. Okay, so there's I guess if you're going to weigh out your positive and negatives on it. Okay, so you could use your regular inks with your Better Press. Also, the Better Press plates can be used with the Glimmer foil. Okay, so with a Better Press plate, you can do a Better Press design with your inks, and you can use it in a Glimmer system. Now, a Glimmer system, yes, you can foil. And I know there's tons of techniques that people can do with them. I usually don't venture into all the techniques to get the most out of everything. That's a Jennifer Maguire type of thing. I usually get something and use it for what it's intended, because that's what drew me in. But a Glimmer system, you know, you're getting your beautifully foiled designs. I don't know, Sherry. I don't think I have a good answer for you. I guess it depends on what tickles your fancy. What do you like better? Do you like the pressed design better, or do you like the shine of the foil better? And you know, with Glimmer system, they are coming out with so many things that you can do stencils. Like Pink Fresh has a ton of Glimmer thing, you know, foiling things, and then coordinating stencils. Better Press, I think they're starting to catch on to that. So I think we're going to see more of that in the future, where they come out with a Better Press plate coordinating stencil, which Giannis Makula just did something like that, and I did a video on that. There was a coordinating stencil for a Better Press design, but you can also take your Better Press plate over to your foil system. I hope I did not confuse you guys on that. End result, I don't know. I don't think I was very helpful there, guys. Don't think I helped at all. So yes, so that's the peony. So let me go ahead. I'm turning my Glimmer system on, and we're going to do some hot foiling. So if you guys have any questions, be sure to drop them down in the comments now, and I will answer any Glimmer questions that you might have. I'm just gonna start moving some of this stuff off on the side. Now, I can't have both systems on my desk at the same time. It's very cramped and crowded and blows out my light. So I'm going to just bring in my Glimmer system. If you are not familiar with this, and yes, I've gouged it. It's gone through some stuff. It is like picking a favorite child. I love them both for different reasons. So just depends on what you want to do. Okay, so I turned on my Spellbinders Glimmer system. It's showing me that the power is on. And when it's nice and hot, it's going to give me platform ready. So right now I'm just waiting for that to pop on. I'm going to leave that there. Let's maybe zoom out just a smidge. Okay. So let's go ahead and foil hugs. I'm going to get my plate out and we will get the coordinating die out. And for today, I'm going to be using the specialty cardstock from Spellbinders, which I believe I also have linked down below. Let me bring my brightness down a little bit. Kind of blowing out my white a little bit. All right. Sherry, she says, I just saw that Better Press has its own inks and not sure I want to invest in more inks. I like the Crafty Meraki makes hot foil plates too. Yes, they do have Better Press inks. And I I have them all because I'm just a hoarder like that. And they're beautiful. They're great inks, but I have used other inks with my Better Press. So either or, you know, Altenew has a great ink. I think I've used Gina. I've used Altenew. I've used, I think, Hero Arts. I think I've used. So yeah, it's you know, playing around with it. But I do love the foiling. There's just something about it that is so gorgeous. So I am getting out. This is my matte gold glimmer foil, and I have this. It's like a repositionable or removable tape. I picked this up from Tailored Expressions. It's really great because I can hold my foil down so it's not spooling out all over the place and it's not ripping my paper whatsoever. So I do use that. Now I foil probably a little different maybe than some others. What I like to do, I have my cardstock here. If I can get my foil to lay right. Is I kind of place my foil a little bit on the cardstock. I'm going to take the plate and I'm just going to get an idea about how big I need my piece to be. And then I'm going to trim this out. I am using my Spellbinders big shears for this. And you always want to make sure either have a separate scissors for foil or make sure they're clean and not have sticky gunk on them. And I do recommend big scissors. Small scissors, it kind of is just, I don't know, clumsy maybe? It doesn't seem to work as, it just seems to get in the way. So big scissors I recommend. Sorry about this, guys. What is the 15% on the Post-it note? Oh, yes. Thank you, Vicky. That is my discount code. So maybe I should put that there in case I have some. Let's see. I'll write that on there. I know it's not very clean looking, but so this is my discount code at Crafty Meraki. So let me put that on there. And it's today only. So if you were to go shopping, if you found anything in this release that interests you, be sure to use Live with Mindy at checkout to get that 15% off. So here again, I am just going to trim off my excess. I love them too. I want another pair, but they're out. I've been out of stock forever. Stuff really sticks. So place that on there. I'm going to check back. That's all nice and warmed up. It'll keep my hands warm. If there's any questions. Oh, I did miss a question. Diane says, does hot foil go bad after time? The last time I used the Glimmer, I had some bad foiling on plates that worked fine before. You know, Diane, I'm not sure if it goes bad. I think I have heard sometimes there could be bad rolls. I know I've had some rolls that didn't quite work out as well as they had previously. So that's definitely a question for Spellbinders. And like I said, I have gone through where some rolls just did not foil as good for me. A lot of times though, I will switch up my card stock. I will play with different card stocks before I deem a roll bad. A lot of times if I'm foiling on, you know, maybe you have Nina or maybe you have Hammermill and things like that. If my foil is not working on any of those, I'm going to dig out the Spellbinders specialty cardstock because this works almost 99.9% of the time. And if something is not foiling on my specialty cardstock, then I know that that foil probably is just not the greatest for whatever reason. Hey, Mindy. Nice to see you. Expressive Paper says you love your better press plates. You can press hot foil and use them for an embossed look. Absolutely. You like the detail and versatility of the plates. The press plates encouraged you to do more hot foiling. That's awesome. I love that. That is great. Hi, Paula. I think some colors vary in how well they foil. That is a great point, Vicki. Let's see. You just got the Gina K foil system. Haven't tried it because foiling is very daunting for me. Thinking about also getting with the Glimmer or the Better Press since they are different foiling. Yes, these are two different types of foiling. That is a very great point. This is definitely different than the Gina K Designs Fuse system. So, and maybe sometime I'll go live again doing that. I've done it in the past, but that's another great point. That's two totally different types of foils. Yes, they are, and really they're both pretty easy. I should probably get to foiling this. Let me find my okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and foil this Hugs. Now, this is where this may differ from some people. Some people like to just put it right on the system and go at it. I don't do that. I like to tape mine down. Reason being is because there's so many times I have bumped into my table or moved or shifted it or something, and I don't like that. So I hold mine down. I always make sure that my tape is touching my plate, my foil, and my cardstock. So on each side, so it doesn't shift and move around. So now I'm going to take this, I'm going to flip it over so my hot foil plate is going to be touching the foil system. So I have my plate facing down. I have my Glimmer foil here, so it's pretty side up, and then my cardstock. So then I'll just take it, flip it over, hit my timer button, and then I have my plate and my shim. And you can see I've definitely foiled some wrong sides in my day. So I will let that sit until the timer stops blinking. And I'm going to get my Spellbinders my Platinum 6 opened up. All right, so that is going to be ready. What are we chatting about here? Cardstock. And yes. Yeah, I have seen yes, they definitely do a lot of foiling in the Foiling Snobs group. They definitely do a lot over there. Okay, so my green light is holding here, which means it's ready. And like I said, just not a lot of room right now to run this through. So I'm going to take this whole platform off and run it through my Platinum 6 die cut machine. No other plates, no other bases or anything in my Platinum 6, just this. So let me pull this out and I'm going to run that through. Bring that back. I'm going to flip that over. And then if you're going to be doing foiling again right away, you would want to push that back in so that it still can heat back up. Now, I will give this a second, and a lot of times what I'll do is flip this over and let that sit on my glass surface, because for whatever reason, the glass helps cool those plates quickly, so that I can not burn my fingers. I need a drink. Yep, Foiling Snobs is a group on Facebook. And what do we have here? So that should be cool. And I'm going to just carefully peel back my best ever craft tape. And I'll do this side. And remove my plate. And I'm upside down. That's okay. Oh, look at that. Now, sometimes you might see a little bit of extra buildup or foil around the edges. I will usually just take my hand and brush it over. I have not, honestly, gotten a lot of overfoiling lately. So now I have this gorgeous foiled sentiment. Isn't that, I mean, it's so shiny. My lights are pretty crazy right now, but it is so pretty. Very, very elegant. So then I'm going to use the coordinating die to cut this out. Yes, hammer mill. I actually use hammer mill about 90% of the time. I have a lot of the specialty cardstock from Spellbinders, and so I thought I would use it today. But hammer mill, absolutely. I use hammer mill a lot for foiling, for ink blending. When it comes to the foiling, excuse me, hammer mill or really any smooth cardstock is what you want. That is the thing to look for, is a smooth cardstock. So maybe you have Concord and Ninth, maybe you have Gina K. I know Carissa Wiley uses Concord and Ninth's white cardstock a lot for her foiling. So, you know, if you don't have these specific ones on hand, find something that is super, super smooth. Nina, I would not necessarily recommend because it's not the smoothest, but if that's all you have, give it a try. You know, give it a shot. That's all you can do is just give it a shot. Now, I do want to point out, when I am getting ready to die cut, I'm holding my die in place with my tape, but I am not putting my tape on my foil. That can remove your foil. You want to put your tape on the die and then on the outside. So here too, I am not having my tape touch that foil. Otherwise, you're going to it can ruin your foil. And I'm actually going to just trim that down so I can save that piece. So now I'm going to run this through my Platinum 6. Excuse me one moment while I do that. Did you hear that? You get a lot of cracks and stuff cracking noises when you run the specialty cardstock through. Where do you buy hammer mill? I know Simon Says Stamp sells a small packet. I get mine off of Amazon. I get a big bulk set, so I don't know, what is that, a case? I get a huge case. And then I'm stocked up for quite a long time. Mary says, earlier someone asked, buy the Better Press or Glimmer system. You can foil with a laminator, which is less expensive than when you can buy the Glimmer layer. Are you asking a question in there, Mary, or is that just a statement? Now, the Glimmer system and the Gina K Fuse machine are two totally different types of foiling. Those don't mix and match. So if you're buying better press plates and glimmer foil or hot foil plates, those do not work in the fuse machine or the mini mink machine. Those are two totally different types of foiling. So there, that is our perfectly die cut out foiled sentiment. Isn't that just awesome? Love it. Let me go back up here and see. The foiling, just to kind of explain a little bit better, foiling with a laminator or the Gina K Fuse or the Mini Mink, those use toner. So a lot of times companies come out with toner panels. Gina also has her poly glaze. Those you use with the laminators, the Mini Mink machine, the Heidi Swap Mink. So those are totally different. Those are two different types of systems. You don't want to use a better press plate or a foil plate with those machines. Those can only be used with the Spellbinders Glimmer or their better press system. So I hope that makes sense. Stacy asks, do I know the difference between the 100-pound chameleon and a 110-pound panda? Yeah, the 110, and it's not as thick as you were expecting. I do not have the panda one. I only have the chameleon. So a lot of times there's, oh gosh, cardstock talk, I'm not very good. There's things like GSM and just all kinds of crazy stuff involved. I know Jennifer and Gina have talked on it before. I am not very good at like those kind of details. I make sure I buy the one with the chameleon. Because yeah, there's just some differences in the types of cardstock. They might both say 110, but that could be the same thing with Nina. You know, if you watch Nina, there's different types of 110-pound cardstock. So I would honestly, I just kind of buy what people say works best. If they say it's the chameleon one, that's the one I buy. Because I'm not very good at all the specifics of it. Sorry. I just make cards. I don't know the behind the scenes of why each cardstock is better than another. Hi, Mary. Nice to see you. Good morning, Tanita. Oh, okay. Sorry, Mary. Ooh, here. Is it Yvonne? Do I say that right? She's got some information here. Says, the number weights are impacted by GSM weight. Always look for a higher GSM. There you go. I have no idea. That stuff, nope, don't know. I just buy what the pros tell me to buy, and it works. Do you guys want to see me do one more? How we sitting? We're only about, we still got a little bit of time. So how we sitting? Do you want me to do another foiling? Or if you have more questions? Good morning, Jana. So those are my other foil designs that I did. I could do one more. I have some silver here. We could do some silver if we want to foil one more because my thing is still heated up. So maybe I'll do silver. I still have that piece of paper. So if you have any more questions, be sure to drop them down. Hopefully I can answer them. If you're asking about how to foil, I can tell you how to foil. If you ask me about GSM, nope. Don't know. Let's see. Let's do high. That's a good one to do. Yeah, it's a seriously shiny silver. I'll probably freak my camera out. So yeah, if you're just popping in, these are from the Crafty Meraki release back in February. They were gracious enough to send me a lot of this to play with. I will bring in my card example one more time at the end. But if you are shopping or want to shop or pick up any of these from Crafty Meraki, I have a link down below in the video description to their website. And if you use the code Live with Mindy at checkout, you can get 15% off, and it is good today only. I really want to make sure you guys understand that. It's today only, 1 day, 1 shot. Can you foil creating a two-toned, or is that not possible? I believe you can. I just have never done it. Usually because I like either it one color or another, but I believe you can. Just cutting up your foil a different, placing it on your foil a different way. So yeah, you can foil multiple colors. Is there a hot foil that can be used aside from Spellbinders brand? I like them, but want more color options. Oh, color options as far as foil? Oh, because, honey, they have a million colors of foil. Trust me, I have 2 containers filled in my room of colored foil. So if you're talking about their foil, well, so, and also too, they have lots of different colors of foil. ThermoWeb makes a hot foil as well. You really got to watch on ThermoWeb's website though, because they sell both toner foil and the hot foil for a hot foil machine. So if you're shopping ThermoWeb, really watch what you're buying. And I have used that in the past. It is beautiful. And they both give me great results. Have heard that glossy paper foils very well. Has anyone tried that? I have not tried it, but I have also heard that too. Here we go. Everybody's being so awesome in the comments. Beth says you can overlap different foil colors to make two-tone. Perfect. Expressive Paper says you can use multiple pieces. You guys are awesome. They also have two-toned foil. I don't think I have two-toned Glimmer foil. I have some real awesome toner foils from ThermoWeb. Worry about getting the wrong kind of foil. Yeah, just watch, you know, when it says it. A lot of times it'll say toner foil, or it'll tell you in the description to use with a laminator. So just really watch for that when you're shopping that. You know, if you go to somewhere like Spellbinders, they only sell Glimmer foil, so you don't have to worry about it so much there. But when you're shopping ThermoWeb, you really do have to pay attention to the video description. But their foil, whether it's the toner foil or Glimmer foil, they're both amazing. I've used it all. I've used them both. Simon sells some. I've used, and I think they partner with somebody to do their foils. So I've used those. Those are really cool. Okay, I take it back. There is one I have not used yet. Pink and Maine sells toner foil. I should not touch too much on toner. I'll confuse you guys. But Pink and Maine sells toner foil. I actually just got some in, I think, the other day. So I will be experimenting with that. But I have not used theirs yet. Hi, let's see. 727 Lizbeth. So is your name Elizabeth? Rainbow foil. Yes, that's gorgeous. Do I have a favorite color of foil? You know, okay. So, oh, that was fast. Let me get this foiled real quick. I should probably mention too, when I run this through my machine, I do not go back and forth in my Platinum 6. I run it through once. I do not go back and forth. Okay, oh, I docked it. I didn't want to dock it. I like to flip it like a pancake. I don't know why. I just flip it like a pancake. Okay, favorite color. So, you know, I do tend to reach for champagne. Champagne is probably my most favorite foil. It is type of a gold, but not like a yellow gold. And I think I ran out, or I only have a sliver left. I need to get some more. But matte gold, matte silver. I love the mattes. I don't know why. Not so much color. I have a lot of color foil, but I just don't use it as much. Let's see. Linda says there's also cover weight, which is heavyweight, or index, which is lighter weight. Thank you, Linda. I honestly struggle with that terminology a lot. Expressive Paper says Foiling Snobs group has a lots of files in their group for where to buy foil and have tested on both hot and toner foils. Good to know. Diane says she heard on YouTube that the green plate should go down first. Do you know if that's true? I do not know if that's true. I just put my plates on however I grab them, and I've never had a problem, to be honest. So if one is supposed to be before the other, no idea. I just put them down, run them through, and it works for me. I'm going to peel back my tape here. Oh, that would make sense. That would make sense. There you go. Do the green plate first. Yeah. Lives are fun because I get to see all those reasonings. Okay, so that did not foil the best. You can see on my foil here, there's a lot of leftover foil. And it could be that I did not, well, you guys saw, I did not wipe my panel down. And we just talked about foil. Does foil go bad? I couldn't tell you when I bought this foil. So some of these I have had in my collection since it came out. So it is quite possible that my silver foil is just not the greatest. But it still gives amazing results. I mean, it's still super shiny. I still love it. And it's kind of got just a distressed look. I would maybe even ink blend. Oh, you can ink blend over the top of your foil too, if you were thinking about that. Mary says she's glad to see that I wait till the light stops flashing to disengage. Oh yeah, I always do. That's because I mean, that tells you when the platform is hot enough. I don't know why they would disengage it before that. Vicky says green first. Okay, so I need to remember that then. Green first. Thank you guys. I never claim to know everything. I just show you guys what works for me. I may or may not know the reason for why things are done the way they are. That is a great question. I agree. And everybody was super helpful in the comments. I learned something today. So yeah, that is, yeah, or it's a distressed look. So I don't think I have any, like I said, I'm still kind of in transition, so I don't have everything out here right now, but just to show you guys, see if I have any ink left on my blending brush here. You can ink blend over the top and foil will resist. There's not a lot of ink left on here. So there's a little bit there. Now, I think what's kind of cool is that because I'm missing that foil didn't foil very well right there, I think it's kind of neat because my ink is filling in those areas. So it has kind of a distressed look. I think that's kind of neat. Unexpected. Now, I will say a lot of times I will ink blend and then foil because I do personally think that blending over the top of foil dulls it a little bit. And I like mine, if I'm going to foil, I want that thing to be, you know, shiny. I want it to be there. So a lot of times I will ink blend first and then foil. Now, with that being said, you do have to make sure your ink is completely dry before you do any foiling, or your glimmer foil is going to stick to all that wet ink. So I have done some videos on that, and I think I've explained that in some of those videos. I'm going to move this out of my way. It's pretty toasty. And we're kind of wrapping up, and I'm going to answer some of your guys' questions here. We can chat for a few minutes. So let me just put this. Here is that card I was mentioning earlier if you joined a little late. That is the peony and the hugs. So let me take a look at what we have going on in the comments here. Oh, yes. Hold on. Oh, it's in the other room. I still have it. I was going to show you my tumbler, but it's still in my other room. It's coming back out, Vicky. It's going to be front and center on my shelf. Vicky gifted me a tumbler. I should go get it. It's awesome. I'm very proud of it. Vicky's, oh, my fridge is kicking in. I'm in the kitchen. So we are getting a new fridge, you guys. I am so excited. I have hit that age where I am excited about a new appliance, especially now that I'm in the kitchen again. That thing gets so loud. Oh, bye, Beth. Enjoy. I missed that. Sorry. Is it really worth buying a Glimmer when you already have a mini? A mini what? A mini what? Oh, when you have a mink. Sorry. When you have a mink. That is totally up to you. Yeah, they are two different systems. It's, you know, it's everything. It's all personal preference. If you are happy and you enjoy the toner and you like the designs that come out with it, then great, stick with that. You know, Gina comes out with a ton of panels to foil when you're using your toner. I'll come back to that, Yvonne. So, you know, there's Taylor, Gina, I think Brutus Monroe, Thermoweb. You know, there's lots of companies that come out with toner panels. Okay, so that there's a lot, you get a lot of great use on it. It's fairly decently priced. The panels are for foiling, and a lot of times you get them in packets of maybe 10, 15 panels. And really, how many times are honestly going to use a foil plate or better press plate? It's really up to you. Now, some of these like Hugs and High, I could see myself using a lot because they are so general. They're very versatile. So I could sit and just have a foiling day and foil a ton of these with the Glimmer system. If you feel like the Glimmer is just too much an investment, that's totally cool too. It's really what drives your interest. You know, I unfortunately am one of those people who have FOMO. I do not want to miss out on foiling or better press, and I love it all. It's all a different look. Better press is a different look than foiling. Foiling, you know, with your Glimmer system is different than toner. So I can't really say if you should or should not make the investment. And I know I'm just not one of those people that's going to be like, absolutely, yes, buy it now. No. If you like it and you think you will use it enough that it's worth the investment, then yeah, go for it. But if you're like, nah, I'm happy with my toner, then stick with toner. Glimmer requires foils and plates. Fuse requires foils and toner cards. Absolutely. Yeah. Yep. There's a little price that goes with everything. A foiling day. I do. I mean, I had to foil some projects for Spellbinders last night, and that's when I was like, you know what? I'm foiling with Spellbinder stuff. I'm going to dig out my Crafty Meraki, and I'm going to foil all of these for today. I know, and it's hard. I'm sorry. I wish I could give a better answer as far as which system is worth it, and I just can't. I just can't say one is better than the other. Now, I will say that I do love it all. I think they're all beautiful. I think the better press plates are super versatile because they can be used in the Glimmer system, and some companies are not to the better press plates yet. You know, Crafty Meraki, they have dies. So if you don't want to foil, they have the word dies, which gives you the same look. You can get just as shiny as the word die as you can with a foil. And so they don't have better press plates. And I'm okay with that. I'm happy with a foil plate still. So, sorry. You're going to stick with your toner cards and go with the better press. That is awesome. Sure, I hope I helped, Sherry. I kind of feel like I was rambling. 5 boys. Yes, happy Mother's Day to you. Embossing with the better press plates. Yes, I do find them very versatile, I will say. Thank you guys so much. Cricut program. Oh, yep. I can't even comment on that because I don't have anything Cricut. So, yeah. But if you do have a Glimmer system, like I said, this release, these products, you can get for 15% off. Shop the link down in the video description. Use the code LIVEWithMindy today only. Doesn't have to be the foil plates. I mean, I know I did foiling today, but they have word dies. They have some gorgeous layering dies if you are just stepping in. This is the peony die. If I can assemble these layering dies, guys, anybody can. Seriously. They also have the rose. The rose is gorgeous too. The wreath, I'm not going to talk too much about because it's sold out. Sorry. So, but yeah, I kind of like just popping in and doing something like this because then it gives time to answer questions. I like being able, I keep my other videos more instructional. The live is the time for you to pop in and ask me questions. That's how I feel about the lives. So, do you guys have any other questions, whether it's about hot foiling or the release, anything like that? We're coming up on an hour here, and I will, well, if you guys have any questions, pop them in there to pop them in down below. But I will briefly talk. In the beginning, I had mentioned that yes, I am back in my kitchen. I know some of you were waiting for a studio tour of the bedroom. When I had moved in there, I did not do a tour. I'm moving back to the kitchen because I learned that over spring break that it's just not going to work for summer. Summer, I would not be able to get anything done. And not that my son is super high maintenance, because he actually really self-entertains a lot. I think he just really needs to not be alone. I don't think he likes to be alone. Here, I'm in the kitchen. I'm central. I can see him. He can pop in. So I am moving back to the kitchen. Now, I will share pictures when I do a new video tour of when I'm finally kind of set back up in here, because I do have some IKEA furniture pieces coming. I'm changing things up a little bit in here. So once I do that, I will share pictures of what it looked like in the bedroom. So, you know, that might give you guys some ideas and whatnot on your setups. But I did decide to move back to my kitchen. And in the meantime, my husband is getting a new fridge because that thing is so loud. So, and like I said, I kind of have just a real rough setup going on right now, which I have to take my table down because they got to bring the new fridge in. So I kind of moved out a week too early. But yes, for those of you that caught that I'm back out in the kitchen, thank you guys. Yeah, and I kind of missed it. As much as I love having my own room, I kind of missed being out in the kitchen because it's the central hub. You know, the other night I sat down, I was getting ready to film, and my husband sits in my chair and my daughter sits on the counter, and they start having a conversation with me. And I'm like, this is it. You know, this is why I love it. We're all right here. We can all have a conversation. Dalton flies in and out. I mean, I enjoy it. I gotta admit. So yes, back to the kitchen, which means I don't know how lives are gonna work for the summer, but okay, guys. Oh, thank you guys so much. Yes, he's so much happier now that I'm back out in the kitchen. I can totally tell. He is a lot happier. So I know it's super exciting. I've hit that point. I mean, I probably hit it quite a few years ago where I'm happy about a new appliance. I'm like, it doesn't have to be fancy, just needs to be white and keep my food cold. That's all I want, guys. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. Thank you all so much for joining me. And if you're catching the replay, thank you for catching the replay. If you still have comments or questions afterwards, I do check my comments on YouTube. So once all that is processed, I will go back and check things out. Bye, Mindy. Have a great day. And I will catch you guys all soon. I will have some new videos coming up now that I'm kind of getting things going. Back in the workflow, I guess you could say. Spring break is done. So thank you guys. And like I said, don't forget about that code. Today only if you're looking to shop. So I appreciate it so much. I appreciate all of you guys. So I will see you again soon. Bye, everyone.